Yo, what's good? How are you all doing? I was gonna say I'm back, but this is a completely new channel. But the concept is still the exact same. But if you don't know what this, I mean, you won't know what this is because it's a new channel. But my name's Sambrook, Sambrook Dot. I make music, and this is kind of what I do every Sunday to kind of just document. I call it Sambrook Sundays, but this is kind of what I do to just document, my music journey, where I am at the moment, and kind of stuff like that. I was literally downstairs doing my uni work because I'm a final year at uni, and I was like, I haven't done a Sambrook Sunday in ages, but there was a reason why I stopped doing it is because basically the target audience I just wanted to make a completely new channel because if I'm doing like this like kind of like podcast, it's not really a podcast but like just talking content, me talking to video, it'll kind of mess up the target audience when I actually release music on the other account, which I will put in the description with my music account and all that stuff. But Sandbrook Sunday started around this time last year, which is mad to think. It started off as just I was just like filming myself, just talking about where I am at the moment, just for myself. And I thought, why don't I just post it? And yeah, so I started doing that, and then yeah, it became a weekly thing every Sunday for a while, and then yeah, I kind of just stopped for some reason. Um, yeah, so now I'm back on this account. Not I'm making a new account. It'll probably be called something like Sambrook Speaks. I don't know. I like alliteration for some reason, so we'll do Sambrook Speaks. Yeah, so that's kind of the main rundown of what this account is. I didn't really usually I just when I make these videos again, like I don't really do it for it to get loads of views or like, oh, I need people to watch it. I kind of just do it for myself, like just a way to document stuff. Literally, like that's just how it started, like I said. So I was just thinking like how I was downstairs and I was like, let me just make a cup of tea and just say whatever's on my mind. And honestly, I am drained. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a bad start to episode. I mean, not even a bad start. I'm just finding it very difficult at the moment to. I mean, in a couple months' time, future me will be like, oh yeah, I remember. But I'm just finding it very difficult to like manage everything at the moment. Like, because as I said before, I'm a final year at uni, and I'm trying to. It's so difficult to manage uni plus music. Like last year, I took like a they called it a sandwich year because you like take a year out in the middle. I was meant to go to Spain, but I didn't like it, so I worked for the whole year. And honestly, the only thing I did was work and focus on my music. But this year is so difficult because final year of uni, you have to have your full attention onto it and stuff like that. And I'm finding it very difficult to, because the one thing I didn't want to do is create a blip with my music. So literally, essentially, like I didn't want to just stop making music, stop releasing music throughout all of this year because music is very momentum based. You know what I mean? You keep making a song every month, bam, bam, bam. The growth slowly increases. Maybe maybe there'll be a sudden boost if a hit song, but you don't want to lose that momentum you have in music. Just releasing every 4 to 6 weeks, bam, bam, bam. Pitch to Spotify, make TikToks, and that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm finding it very difficult to manage my time, and it's not even like it is driving me insane a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you because think about it from this way: like you're doing a lot of work. I mean, I don't want to like fucking toot my horn. No, I'm doing a lot, but you're doing work, right? But then you do work for one thing. So say if I'm doing music work, I was up till about like 2 a.m., half two, doing like TikToks, editing TikToks and stuff like that. And you just think, okay, great, you've done a good amount of work. You've been very productive. And then the next day you're like, oh, I'm far behind. I'm behind my uni work. So like, there's no like, when you like, I don't know, you do nothing for a day. Obviously, you're gonna be far behind something. Like, say if you like do a day where you just do completely nothing, you're just okay. I'll take a day to just for myself. I'll play some video game. Blah 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 blah. Right. I'll watch a film. I was like, okay, it's understandable that you're far behind because you haven't done anything that day. Or let's say a week, for example. But I'm doing work with my music, so obviously that's like very draining, stuff like that. So I'm very drained, but it feels like you're far behind essentially, and it's just non-stop. It's just I just don't count for breath. Essentially, at this point in time, I'm not counting for breath. Like, I'm always doing something, and I wish I wish it wasn't the case. Like, oh my god, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, yeah, like the best way to describe it is you literally just can't count for breath. Like, you make 30 TikToks, you record them, you video sync them, then you edit them on your phone. And then after you finish that, you can't just go, oh, thank God it's done. You have to get your laptop out and write your dissertation. Like, it's insane what's going on right now. Or if it's not that, oh, you go to the gym. Or, like, I even quit, like, what's it called? I stopped playing tennis. I mean, I know, like, oh, you stopped playing tennis. But I played tennis for, like, how long did I play tennis for? 10? No, not 10. I mean, I was on and off for a while. I played tennis for a long time. And I literally had to stop, like, just cut it out completely. Just because I know when people go, oh, I don't have enough time to do this, I don't have enough time to do that. But, like, music and doing my uni work is literally the only thing I do. And it's obviously, it could be a lot worse. Like, like, it could be a lot worse with what I'm doing. Like, a lot of people, they have to work these night shifts and, like, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. And, like, yeah, they don't, but they have to do it. I know it could be a lot worse, but I just don't count for breath at the moment, and it is draining me. Yeah, I just remember when I said I'm gonna come up downstairs. I was downstairs, and I was like, I have to talk about this because I've just been in this loop for like ever since I came back from Christmas, which is like 4 weeks, but still, like, if you're doing the same thing for like 28 days non-stop. The thing is, I don't remember it being like this in first semester. It must be because I had less modules. Yeah, it makes sense, because for first semester I only had like 2 essays. Yeah, because and then this semester I've got so many more essays. And maybe it's because it's like the last term of final year, so I'm just like, okay, I have to if I'm not doing something, I'm gonna fall behind and stuff like that. Maybe it's just the pressure's on me, but I just think like I just can't come up for breath. And at the moment I'm okay. Like, at the moment I'm fine. Like, I'm content with doing this, but I just don't know when there'll be a breaking point. I know, like, yeah, but for the time being it's good. It's, what I like to do is sometimes I was saying this to my boy Ollie, that when I really don't like my uni degree. Not that I don't like it, but it's very hard to, like, do it. Essentially, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I like it, but I'm not, like, overly passionate about it in order to, like, for me to, do all these essays and degrees. Like, I like doing it. I used to love doing Spanish back in the day, but now it's kind of, I don't know. I think it's because I've been doing Spanish for so long. I've been doing Spanish for about 11 years. I'm just kind of like, every lesson's just very, you know what I mean? It's very samey kind of thing. Like, the other module I do, international relations, isn't bad. It's not a bad module. It's not a bad degree. I do a joint honours. Again, like, some modules I really enjoy, but, like, again, it's not, I keep saying again, but, like, I'm not passionate about it. And I see everyone in my class, they're proper passionate. Like, the way I think about music is the way they're thinking about international relations, like the way they're talking about politics and, like, global security and stuff like that. They're on it, like, they know so much stuff, and I'm like, damn, like, good on you, like, I'm just sitting in class like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just there, like, I enjoy it, but I'm not passionate about it. But yeah, so what I do is another long segue to what I'm about to say, which is completely irrelevant. But basically, when I'm like doing my dissertation or whatever, I give myself a treat and, like, play Football Manager in the background. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's for 2 minutes, but I'm saying, like, yeah, like, it's just difficult, and it to be fair, it has. The only thing I'd say I've improved a lot over this last 4 weeks is my time management, because I think when I was just doing music non-stop and working my part-time job, I was very, like, I think deadlines are very important, and I think that is what I'm going to implement after uni, like, after my uni's finished. I'm going to give myself deadlines, because I think giving deadlines gives yourself necessary stress, necessary pressure to succeed. Because before I was kind of like, okay, like obviously I was still doing music like 6 to whatever hours a day or whatever, just not, yeah, like, again, I don't want to act like, oh, I'm doing a lot of work, but that's just saying, I'm just saying how it is. But I was kind of like, not half-hearting it, but kind of like going, oh yeah, I've got a lot of time, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can just do this when it's done. Although I'm doing the work, it's not, you know, it wasn't bam, bam, bam. Like, it wasn't bam, bam, bam. It wasn't like, I could have worked harder, essentially is what I'm saying. And I think if you give yourself a necessary if you give yourself a necessary deadline, you'll work harder and you'll achieve what you set out to do. Because if I'm really thinking about it right now, I'm literally doing the same output, same output, I mean, like, same content, so same amount of TikToks, music releases, like, in terms of, like, 4 to 6 weeks music releases, I'm still doing all of that, the same amount as when I was doing music for, like, full time, you know what I mean? Like, when I was fully dedicated myself to music, not having the uni in the background, which I think is interesting. I mean, it is different, I don't know, because obviously some songs do just come to you. Like, so some songs, like the one I'm releasing on in April. Yeah, the one I'm releasing in April, I wrote it in about half an hour. Some songs just come to you like that, and it's not. And sometimes, you know, the quality of the song, you know, a song that's takes 3 weeks to write, and a song that takes like 10 minutes to write. Sometimes the song that takes 10 minutes to write is better. It's just how it is. And I remember when I wrote "If I Ever Get Worse." Took me a long time to write that song. I mean, it's a very long song, but every day I was kind of going on and on. But maybe if I had, you know, like if I set myself a deadline, essentially, I could have, you know, worked harder and got that bit. So I think time management, this little uni semester has kind of made me realize that not that I wasn't working hard enough, but the quality of my work could have been better. I think that's what I'm kind of slowly realizing. And that my time management is getting better, because like I said, like if I'm still releasing the same amount of content, the same music, every 4 to 6 weeks, like I am, whilst doing like dissertation, preparing for all these essays, preparing for my Spanish exams, and it does like show that, like, what was I doing in funny, like what was I doing last year essentially. And that's not me like shitting on myself saying, oh, I wasn't doing work, because I was, but I think it's just like I said, like the quality of the work could be better. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to finish my degree, because my uni experience has been interesting. I mean, I think I can maybe record another video about my uni experience, maybe when I'm finished with uni. But yeah, that's kind of what I am at the moment. I think when I finish uni, I'll probably remember this period of my time of just being in a loop of just making TikToks, doing uni work, making music. You know what I mean? Just like an endless cycle of bam, 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 like just non-stop loop, like a machine, like a machine just going round and round, or wheels going round and round on a bus. You know what I mean? Like just non-stop. And yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I just think I'm not going to use my degree, and I'm not going to. And again, I can talk. I might make another video about this, but you know, a lot of people say like, I don't want this video to run too long, but a lot of people go like, oh, look, I agree with the fact that you sacrifice where you are now, and in the future you'll get a better outcome, like a degree, for example. You know, final year is a very stressful time, what it can be, right? Very stressful time, yada yada yada. In the end, what do you get? A degree. You get a bit of paper. For me, I get a bit of paper saying I can speak Spanish. Woo! Like, yeah, it's great. But I'm putting myself under all this stress and all this for something I'm not going to use. And I think that's the most frustrating thing to me. Me, you know, preparing for this dissertation, doing all this, doing all that, when I'm never going to use this piece of paper. And I just think every time I'm doing preparation for my dissertation, every time I could be like, yeah, I'm typing, but I could be like playing my guitar. I could be coming up with TikTok ideas. I could be, you know, growing my fan base. And I just think it's a waste of time. That's my personal opinion. You know, some people for degrees, you know, they can use their degree to, you know, for me, international relations. I know some people that, you know, they want to work for the UN. They want to work for UNICEF. They want to work for, you know, all the NGOs. Fine, do it. I'm very, you know, great. I'm very glad that you found something you're passionate in. That is amazing. And I'm just there. I'm just like, okay. I'm sitting in this like I'm sitting in all these lessons, and I'm not gonna use what I'm learning. I'm not gonna use anything here. Just not going to. And I just feel that every time I do uni work, I just think you could have been doing your music. And yeah. And I'm getting all this, you know. I mean, I'm not even that stressed. I think I will be in like a month or so, but for the time being, I'm chill. Just a bit drained, really. But yeah. Yeah. So that was kind of my little rant about time management, uni, how to kind of, I don't know, I just, again, like I just said, like sambrook Sundays, I just kind of speak whatever's on my mind. And yeah, so every Sunday I'll try and I'm going to record a video. I don't know what time, I'm not going to set like a time. I love how I just said I'm going to give myself deadlines, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. I could do actually, I'll see. But again, like I might record a video Tuesday morning, Tuesday up. You know what I mean? Like if something comes to my head, I'll put the phone down and speak for however long. So yeah. Usually for if you're not aware of Sambrook Sundays, I usually do a little song recommendation. All my music links will be down in the link below if you want to have a listen. All my socials as well. I've got a new song coming out in 3 days, so if you want to listen to that or pre-save it if you're listening to it now. No, if you're watching the video before the February 14th, which when it comes out Valentine's Day, then pre-save it. If not, listen to the song below. It's out now. Out now. But yeah, I'll put the Sambrook Sunday song recommendation is Sense by Mavi. Yeah, that's cold. Yeah, that's nice. I like that song. I made the type you gotta read, baby. Yeah, it's a good song. Okay, cool. For episode 1 of the new Sambrook Speaks channel, I'll link my music channel in the, you know, as you put the chat in the channel section. I'll also put it in the link below as well if you want to listen to any of my music. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you whenever I want to make a video. So yeah, see ya. Bye bye.